Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. Do the same at the Grizzly Gentleman. They are both fantastic deals and they help support the show. What is up, Planeswalkers? Derek6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Today we're playing Blue-White Flyers. Why? Because I forgot that Linvala is a card, and I haven't played Blue-White Flyers since we got like Watch of the Spheres or Skycat Sovereign. I don't think I've played a new version of Skies. I wanted to play some Skies. So for those of you who don't know, whenever I am playing Limited, I essentially force Blue-White Flyers. That's just what I'm most comfortable with. However, Blue-White Flyers in Limited is often different from Blue-White Flyers in a constructed format. That said, the point of this deck is to play Flyers and kill your opponent very quickly. This is definitely an aggro deck, but we do have a few, by a few I mean a couple of more control-y elements. We have 4 Siren Stormtamer. This is an early game creature that allows us to deal some nice chip damage to our opponent. That also allows us to neutralize something like a Settle the Wreckage, a Fatal Burn spell, or of course just target removal on our Lord. 2 Rally of Wings. This is a card that helps you kind of just like murder your opponent. You know what? Nah, we're swapping something. I prefer favorable wins. Rally that card. We'll do this. There we go. Rally of Wings is cool because you get to like burst your opponent, or you can like surprise block aggro decks. But screw that. I like favorable wins. Spectre Sailor is a cool flash threat, but we're not playing those. Favorable Winds is a buff for my Flyers, and that's all. And I like Anthem Effect. All right, shut up. 4 Lofty Denials. This is a counterspell that is essentially always going to be a better Mana Leak. And Mana Leak's a good card. 4 Skycat Sovereigns is a good old-fashioned 1/1 for 2, and it has +1/+1 for each other creature you control with flying, and it can just make an army by itself, which is fantastic. It is so weird that it makes catbirds, but whatever. That's all, whatever. Watch of the Spheres is a 2-mana 2/2 flyer. Creature spells with flying you cast cost 1 less to cast, so our 3-drops, well, not this, but our 3-drop Flyers now cost 2 instead of 1, so it does mean that potentially if we're on 3, we're on 4 mana, we can double spell instead of single spell. And of course, whenever another creature with flying enters the battlefield under control, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Just a really nice card that allows us to just dome our opponents very fast. 2 Glasspool Mimics are actually in here to copy Empyrean Eagle. That's essentially it. Yeah, we're rocking 22 lands. For what it's worth, it can come down as an early land if we need it to. But for the most part, this is just to copy our Lord and to kick more ass. It's fantastic. 3 Winged Words. This is a 2-mana, draw 2 cards. That's it. That's all it does. 2-mana, draw 2 cards. 4 Brazen Borrower. This allows you to bounce some nonsense that you don't want to deal with, but it also is just like a flash flyer. Sure, it can only block other flyers, but who's blocking anything? We're hitting our opponent in the face. 4 Empyrean Eagle is a 3-mana 2/3. It's a Lord. As it is a Lord. 3 Jubilant Skybonders, good old-fashioned 3-mana 2/2. Creatures you control with flying have spells your opponents cast, and blah, blah, blah. This just makes it more annoying for your opponent to hurt your birds individually. And then we have 3 Linvala Shield of Seagate, the newest of the Flyers. 3-mana, 3/3, fantastic. Beginning of combat, we can't have a full party. We have a lot of wizards. We have a rogue. Yeah, a rogue. But we don't have 2 rogues, I guess, technically. We don't have any warriors, though. We don't have any clerics. So, could you make a deck that has these? Maybe, I don't know. But, as it is, you're never going to have that full party thing. That said, you can just sacrifice Linvala in order to give your creatures hexproof or indestructible. And being that this is an aggro deck, having an ability to blank a board wipe, especially on a creature that can come down consistently and early, is very fantastic. Now, Sephara can make it so that you blank board wipes, but you have to have certain stipulations to meet, right? You have to either pay 7, which is lofty in a deck with 22 lands, or pay 1 and just tap 4 untapped creatures. Now, the fact that this doesn't have flash means that we have to tap out on our turn, so that's a little meh. So, that's a turn we're taking out of attacking. Excuse me. But she does have a fantastic ability. But I do think Linvala is better for it. This is our mana base. It's very simple. before we actually get to the games, I'm just going to show you some of the other cards that we did consider. It was very hard for me not to just make this, you know, Death and Taxes, but whatever. So this would have been a warrior if we wanted to, and I really did consider that card, just because it would have given me the ability to have like a couple, like one or two. I guess it would just be like one in the main deck and then three in the sideboard. But I didn't want to have to deal with any nonsense of not having the mana for it consistently, I should say. Because I might not have four lands. Benkney. Let's see. So we do have a Mimic. Kahira. Okay. Do I want to play Mimic here, turn Van, in order to make sure that we can get to a Skybonder? Probably. Yeah, I think I'm... Well... Yeah, no, I think I will do this. Like my opponent's sleeves. So this is probably just blue-white control that happens to have Kahira. I think this is more damage. This makes our flyers cost less. I'm very smart. Cast this, probably going to get countered. Yeah, so this is just blue-white control with Kahira, because they're not playing any creatures. I do want to mention that this is in play mode. Alright. We're going to Bonder first, I think. Sure. I do want to just Sovereign here. It's very possible that I just get Wrath of God here. In which case I probably just concede. Yeah, I'm not dealing with this. My opponent's gonna be playing creatureless control in play mode. Counterspell creatureless control. Once again, the reason I'm not in ranked mode is because I do not want to. I don't want to taint my my rank with anything that isn't Bolas or Abzan. This is technically 2 mana, however, we do not have white, so I can't keep it. Yeah, I have to mulligan here. This is better. Opponent also mulligan, which is quite nice. I think I'm going to get rid of the fountain. It's very dangerous. Because I want to do this on curve. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, maybe there's Gruul. If there's Gruul, then that's fine. We top deck a land, because always lucky. Okay, so it's at least... I might not want to play Empyrean Eagle until I can protect it, but that would require me to get exactly another blue source. Cultivate. Okay. Maybe they're just, like, normal punk-ass ramp. Yeah, okay. It seems that they're just Temur. Which, you know, I hate you, but it's welcome time. I don't like that. I don't like that. I am very afraid that our board's going bye-bye. No. Storm's Wrath? No. Okay. So this makes me think. This makes me think Ugin. So I would really like one of my Lofty Denials. Well, they're all in on their ramp. Oh, yeah. And I'm just holding up Skycat Sovereign. You don't have enough for this, baby. Dabble on them. And we smoke. Cool. Do I have too many planes in here? I didn't pay attention. This check's gonna take me like 5 seconds. Planes to islands. Oh, I absolutely do. Whoops. There we go. That was my bad. Okay, so I do have a question. It's a very divisive question in my my Discord server. It's not a divisive question in my Discord server. It's a divisive question in the Magic community. Bolas asks, "What are my opinions on Secret Lair: The Walking Dead?" Speaking generally, I think Secret Lairs have gone down in value for cost. Is this going to be tempo, or is this going to be... Yeah, it's going to be tempo. So do I even play Watcher? Or do I hold up like Brazen Borrower or something? Ugh. I just want them to waste mana. Cool. So here I think I play Stormtamer. I think I just play Stormtamer, hold up Denial. Do I play Watcher here? I'm just gonna hold up to normal. Printing unique cards is not something I'm a fan of. I'll absolutely fight over this Watcher. Sure. Sorry, I'm not focusing on answering the question. I hate this deck, and I'm trying my best to actually win. There's no reason for me not to just play this here. My opponent knows about it. There's no reason for me to risk getting it countered. Question is what I do about this Brazen Borrower. We're looking for bottom here. Okay. They do have an advantage with their Castle Ventress. That's unfortunate. So I'm probably gonna lose this. Anyway, I think having IP crossovers is fine. I personally don't like them because I mean, I just don't like the art, how it is. Well, this does nothing here. So there's that. There's actually no reason for me to even try to counter this. Are you serious? That's unfortunate. I'm upset about losing to Flash, but... Or Tempo. Not technically Flash. Never gets any better, though. Hate that deck so much. Vecna. Good D&D name. This hand's good. It's not the absolute best, but it's good. How would it be better? I don't think it could be. So I don't know what I'm talking about. If I were going first, that's how it'd be better. That does make it a little better. Mono black potentially. Well, yeet to Empyrean Eagle, I assume? If they're a discard deck, they might take Winged Words. No. I feel like I just hold up Loft in a Denial here. Yeah. Hold up Loft in Denial. / Brazen Borrower. Well, thank you. So I think this is it's a discard deck. I need to get my swing on. I think I'm gonna Winged Words. I should have Winged Words first, but this is fine. Yeah. Now I have the ability to counter something that targets me with because of Stormcaller. And for what it's worth, it does work on abilities as well. That's fine. I can bounce it with Brazen. Didn't draw a land. Really needed a land. So we're going to play this. I'm almost certainly just going to bounce that with Brazen Borrower. Just going to swing. And pass. Sorry, right. So I'm fine with IP crossovers. I personally don't like playing with them, or I don't like them mostly just because of the art. Like, it just doesn't feel right to me. That was my main issue with Godzilla. I mean, that's a yikes. But that's a yikes. But can I kill them faster than they can kill me? Potentially. I don't remember what I'm saying. Never mind. I need another Brazen Borrower. Maybe I don't. Oh, I can cast this. Yeah. Cool. So, if my opponent tries to kill something of mine, I can just yeet it with Stormcaller. Go to 15. I only have 10 on them, but Brazen Borrower does put them to dead. Fenlurker is fine. Bywatcher. I never needed you. I need them to not kill my creatures, essentially. That's fine. I believe I can kill them. Yeah, they just don't look right to me. If Wizards had a crossover with like Skyrim or even like freaking World of Warcraft or something, obviously that's not gonna happen because something Blizzard, something Hearthstone. Oh, look, it's Sephara. I cannot catch you normally. My opponent is dead, right? 6, 10, 15, yeah. Whew, so. If my opponents, or sorry, if Wizards did crossovers with IP that were of the fantasy genre, I think it's easier to kind of feel a nice integration there. And Wizards said some, frankly, nonsense about the fact that like there's zombies in... did Wizards actually say that? I'm trying to remember because I've read a bunch of different opinion pieces on this. But, you know, it has been said, I have read somewhere, that, you know, Walking Dead has zombies and they have conflict. It's like, wow, okay, cool. The Beauty and Beast has a beast and conflict. It would still be very weird for me if Wizards was like, we're doing a partnership with Disney. I mean, besides the fact that Disney is a company. I put air quotes there not because it's not a company, but because of other reasons that you'll probably understand. It would just kind of feel weird casting like murder onto, you know, Bell captured librarian or whatever. But even then, those would still feel more like Magic cards than The Walking Dead, because if nothing else, The Walking Dead is live action. Like, it is real people playing a game with like artwork and stuff. It's weird to me. I think if they did it like Godzilla, where there were true counterparts, I think it'd be fine. And I think something that they could do is have the Walking Dead release and just commission art for a non-Walking Dead release. This is just a group of legendary creatures. The Walking Dead has walkers. This just has normal zombies. And each of the cards reference each other, just like the Godzilla cards. I actually don't know if the normal cards reference the other ones. I could check, but I don't care. Yeah, it just seems so wrong that they're unique and they're specifically for an IP that is live action. Don't make these things unique. If you have to make them unique, at least make it so that they come with normal counterparts like the Godzillas, and try to stick to IPs that aren't so weird. Like if they did some sort of Elder Scrolls integration, partnership, whatever, that would make a lot more sense than if they did like a Fallout thing, right? Both of those are coming from the same game style. They're just different settings. One of them fits with Magic more. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. I've bought a lot of the Secret Lairs because I've liked a lot of the Secret Lairs. The out of the box immediate value isn't necessarily there, but if you look at the cards over time, some of the Secret Lairs have definitely paid for themselves, as it were. Some of them haven't yet, but they might in the future. So, you know, as an investment, which I'm not really in the business of, it's the Secret Lairs have been fine. This one, as an investment, depending on what Wizards does in the future, might be better if any of the cards actually see Legacy play. If someone wants to play Commander with me with one of these, I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to say anything about it. I think it's kind of messed up to be like, no, you're not allowed to play with these cards, because at the end of the day, they are still legal cards. Like I have a Chromat deck that is a Planeswalker themed deck. I'm going to be ordering a Head of Urza or whatever it is from Unstable, and whenever possible, I'm going to ask people, hey, this is a silver bordered card, but it fits with my deck more than Chromat does, and I don't want to do the normal thing of playing like Progenitus, right? So like, I understand some of the conflict with it being like a mature show. Magic, in my opinion, shouldn't appeal to actual children. They have a 13+ rating thing, but there are plenty of examples in the community that's not the case, and that Wizards doesn't actually care. Because I mean, if you look at it, there's a ton of gore in Magic, which I'm fine with. I love me some blood and gore, mature themes, all that nonsense. They've lessened the specific sexualization, but there's still hot characters in here. You know, there's a little bit of a skin, and once again, I have no issue with that. I'm not being Puritan. I'm also not being like, give me my uncovered women's and stuff. I think there's room for that in a game like this. I think there's room for violence in a game like this. I think there's room for romance in a game like this. I think there's room for a lot of things in a game like this. What I don't think there is, what I don't think room should be made for is like actual children, because as soon as you start or continue to focus on children, it kind of is weird. Then it's like, okay, so you can show someone's skull being bashed in or the blood being completely drained from them, but you don't want to do this other thing that's essentially the same. So the argument against Negan, for example, who destroyed somebody, I think is a kind of weak argument. That said, I think that Wizards has to recognize that they do have a child audience, an audience with children in it. I just frankly, I don't think that they should necessarily. But I think Wizards should. It's hard. I think people who are complaining about Negan specifically don't recognize the fact that there's a ton of incredibly graphic artwork in Magic. That, for what it's worth, I don't think should go. But unfortunately, that's where I kind of have to end this rant off. If you would like to see me do an entire Six Says rant about Secret Layers in general and my thoughts on this specifically, let me know in the comments below. Thumbs up, all that nonsense, and I'll post that on a second channel or something when I have the time. Anyway, I do have to go. Food is ready and done. So I'd like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Fogwind. If you'd like to join them and supporting the show, you'll find links in the description below. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, I will be one.